Hello, today I'm going to do a quick YouTube video on how to somewhat quickly and easily swap out the original lens on a Wyze camera V2 for a telephoto lens in case you need to see something a little further away. I got a few of these tips and tricks off of a few different videos and combined them to make what will hopefully be a pretty quick, easy process. I originally got this idea from a YouTube video on how to disable the microphone quickly without tearing the whole camera apart. You simply take a paper clip and bend one end off, and then use needle nose pliers and just grab the very tip of it, rotate it 90 degrees to make kind of a hook tool, and then you place the tool into the microphone hole right below the lens. Now this is a little bit bigger paper clip, so it doesn't fit real easy, so I kind of have to work it in. There's also a rubber gasket inside, so you kind of have to get your way past that to get it in. Okay, there you go. Thumb to pop it in, and now we rotate it 90 degrees. Use our trusty pliers to grab it and then give it a sharp yank straight out. And there we go. Now we can see the lens itself. The lens is held in place by a couple of lines of glue in a recess. So you can use a hair dryer, or in my case I got a heat gun. It was more easily accessible out in the garage, and gently heat up the front of the camera. Be careful not to get it too hot. You don't want to damage the electronics inside. You just need it to the point where it's kind of warm to the touch, about the temperature it gets if you let it run outside as an external camera. So here we go. Made up ahead of time out of electrical tape, a little tube to act as kind of a protector for the lens assembly, as we're going to need to use our pliers to rotate that counterclockwise and take it off. We should have it heated up enough that, oopsie, time to make a new one of those. Take two, still warm to the touch, so hopefully the glue is still off, and we take our pliers and heck with it. Take the old lens out. You just gotta break it loose. It'll be a little gummy on the first few threads. And there we go. Actually, a chunk of the glue fell out with it, so that makes our process a little easier. And then we take our replacement 25mm handy dandy lens and screw it back in place. Now it's important as part of this process to make sure that the camera is already set up on your account, because once you put this lens in, you would have to hold your camera probably 5-7 times further away, whatever it works out to, and try to get it perfectly positioned, which is going to wind up being almost impossible. So make sure you get things done. Try to screw the replacement lens in carefully. Make sure you don't wind up cross-threading it. Alright, and let's take a peek at the image, see if it's still working. Pull it up on the app here. And then turn the sound off. Nope. Oops. Alright. So now we'll take it and point it somewhere further away and work the focus in. One of the other benefits of doing it this way is you keep the lens exposed for focusing purposes, and you can tweak it for the exact distance you're trying to use the camera at and make sure it's as perfect as possible for that distance before you pop the front cover back on. So just for the sake of the video here, the gasket goes back on over the lens like so, and then you simply put your faceplate back over the top when you're done. But I'm going to scoot outside and get this mounted and see how it is, and I'll post pictures or video feed of the difference between the original camera lens and the new telephoto lens. And here is the final result. If you look at the image on the top, it's my V3 camera pointed out in the yard where the kids play. If you look in the top right corner, that is the neighbor's stairwell, partially obscured by my other V3 camera. And the bottom image is the V2 camera with the 25mm telephoto lens. You'll be looking for a M12 type mount, also called a 1/2 inch mount. As far as the lens size, they're available on Amazon for usually somewhere around $20. I found this one for $17, and it seems to be working pretty good. So yeah, the image quality isn't the best, but it's certainly good enough and way better than trying to zoom in on the V3 camera. So hope everybody enjoyed the video, and good luck on your future modifications.